Because really in the general world of show business, like big guys in big skyscraper glass offices, the journeyman voiceover people are really one step above the guy that sets up the tilt-a-whirl at the carnival. You know?
Yeah, really, right? That's why it ties into that whole celebrity.
And I mean, we're the journeyman. We're the blue-collar actors that go to work and go, okay, here we are. What do we have to do? Oh, you need that? Got it. You need that? Got it.
Yeah, the wrecking crew.
I don't have it. He's got it.
Right.
Bring that guy in.
Really important.
Because that guy can do everything.
We're like the Robert De Niro character in Brazil.
Yes.
We come in on a little zip line and we fix it real carefully and we hop and we're out. That's it.
Zip line. I was almost late to my own panel today because I know how to go work for somebody I'm not supposed to say. Guess who? Who's the guy that says, don't talk about the project until the project's out for a week?
Everybody.
Well, this guy has a...
President of show business.
I'll give you a hint. More than meets the eye. Anyway. And so, yeah, I'll keep it as vague as that. And I had to go to Escondido.
Wow.
And then come back here. I had to be in Escondido at 3 o'clock. That was like... I made it. But that's the kind of thing that we have to do, and we're proud to do it. We don't mind, because we love juggling. Sir, the Batman shirt.
Hi, I'm Taylor, and first of all, I just want to thank you for giving me a childhood. I love all of you. My question is actually for Ms. Romano. I want to know how you do it. Like, basically, almost all of my favorite cartoons were cast by you. You found some of the most amazing voice talent that I've ever seen, that I just love those voices, and, you know, I just can't believe, like, that you're responsible for, like, all of those, you know? Like, I see your name in all the things I love, and I'm like, wow.
It's pretty easy on the eyes, too. I don't like
I'm very fortunate. I've had a wonderful ride in this career, and I had no idea this is where I'd end up, is working in voiceover. But what I try, aside from having very specifics as to what are required for certain characters and what kind of voices you have to have, I always keep in mind the fact that I'm going to spend at least 8 hours a day in closed-in, dark rooms with these people. And so, who should I put in there? Someone who's fun and talented, or someone who's a jerk and talented? Fun! So I surround myself with people like this, and
why did you choose John DiMaggio?
I love John DiMaggio.
You don't want to piss off Bender.
Or Jake the dog.
Thank you for your kind words. Very nice.
She really is the best, though. I mean, it's like,
she's not an actor.
when you realize you get those guys.
I'm sitting here looking at this panel that we put together, and I can't fucking believe it. I mean, everybody is just amazing on this.
And I always wanted to be Billy West.
Yeah,
and now
he is.
Hey, Bender, I'm working on my Billy one. You know, the thing is, Billy's kind of, you know, it's really good.
Right on the money, man.
Zoidberg. I'll do my Zoidberg.
Zoidberg. Everybody loves Zoidberg.
Billy West is like, I'm 5'4", Billy West is about my size. And Billy was the guy that said, you can do that. You can be big, you can sound big. And I watched him one day, we were doing a table read for something that never came out. And
he was finding these places, pockets in his voice.
And I went, oh my gosh, it's like when someone unlocks an impression for you. Once Jay Moore did Christopher Walken, everybody knows.
Very bad impressions of Jeff Bennett's perfect one. Yeah, I'm not. No, and matter of fact, last night, you showed Mr. Clancy Brown. Yesterday I had Clancy on my podcast, and he was talking exactly about what you were talking about. And he mentioned you and Corey Burton and Dee specifically, the fact that you know, that your physicality belies all this stuff that you do. And I think even the movie, John, doesn't it kind of start with Corey's voiceover, and you pull back to see Corey Burton, who's this big. I love that about this kid.
Down here.
He's got this commanding voice.
Yeah, he's the guy who's
Machete.
I mean, he's that guy. He's like, you know, he's 110 pounds soaking wet. It's unbelievable.
Great stuff.
Well, speaking of more than meets the eye, like Peter Cullen is probably the ultimate guy like that. And then you meet him and you're like, oh, hello down there. I really enjoy the work, you know? And it's like you said, the physicality belies the sounds that you make. And it's like a really cool magic trick. You know what I mean? It's like watching somebody do like close-up magic where you go, how did you do that, man? I had my eye on the coin and where is it? And he's like, you know, he's like...
All right, let's get to some more questions. We got a line. Okay, go ahead.
First of all, respect all of you greatly and deeply, just like everyone here. Andrea, the Batman the Animated Series cast is one of the all-time greatest casts for a series ever. It's for both Andrea and Pendleton Ward. When in the auditioning process, do you have a specific voice for a character when you're auditioning, or do you listen to a voice and go, oh, it's that character? So was it when John DiMaggio auditioned for Jake, or did you guys go, oh, that is totally Jake?
Yes, John is so funny and so awesome to watch.
But I'm an asshole. Don't worry about it.
The other day, I think he was just saying, some of the lunch dialogue were like, did you notice that we're birds now? And we're birds. And he can turn into the most boring piece of dialogue into the funniest thing you've ever heard in your entire life. And I was just sitting back on the couch and getting to watch that happen. And that's what the audition was like. I wrote some words down, and John came in and said them and made them amazing. So that's how it goes.
It's different for every project. For Batman the Animated Series, since you mentioned that very one, I probably listened to well over 500 auditions just for the voice of Batman over a long period of time. And then we called back 120, so I read 120 personally. And we had 4 or 5 that we thought they could do it. That's okay. And then Kevin Conroy walked in the room and opened his mouth. Drank a bottle of wine because my job was done.
By the way, Kevin is in the documentary as well, so.
It's always different. The casting, and interestingly, Gordon Hunt, my mentor from Hanna-Barbera years, told me this statistic, and it's true. I've found it over the years. Statistically, the first person to audition gets the job. It's the most bizarre thing. Maybe it's because it's the first person I thought of for the role, so that's the first person I gave the time slot to. But it's not absolute, but statistically, more often than not, the first person who auditions gets the role.
I gotta stop being late for shit.
Dude, I hear you, brother. I could be working a whole lot more. Made it on time.
Thank you very much.
Hi!
Hello, nerds.
I'm short.
You got your tail, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Look at that tail.
Fluffy.
It's a joke about getting a piece of tail, but I wouldn't even start to cry.
What's your question?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm Sydney, and
Hi, Sydney.
thank you. Hello. And as an aspiring voice actor, can you give me a job? No. I was wondering if you had any advice for someone who is thinking of going into this.
Listen to this man right here.
Yeah, actually, check out what these got to say.
I do have some advice. Because we're asked this kind of question all the time, and over the past year, I made a website just for you. And for anybody who is interested in voice acting or becoming an actor, and you don't have to sign up for it. It's free, but it's everything that I've learned from that. And it's not the only place to go, but it's a good place to go. It's called IWantToBeAVoiceActor.com. And that's it. And you can go there, and it lays it all.